Every fall, while there are those on Brown's campus who are arriving, unpacking, and reuniting, there are also those sign-waving, door-knocking, and phone-calling few. The Brown Democrats work hard every year to register new voters in Rhode Island, and this year is no different. With the general election slated for November 2nd, we thought it would be interesting to see just how many Brown students really were registered and in which states. For those students who are registered, does the state they're registered in reflect their true loyalties? And what about those who aren't? First, we spoke with the vice president of the Brown Democrats.
I'm Rafaela Lipinski-Deget, and I am the vice president of the Brown Dems, and I'm the one completely in charge of voter registration for the Dems.
The first obvious question I asked was, why should students even bother to register in the first place?
I think it's really important that everyone has their voice counted, especially young people. Here at such a liberal campus, a lot of students think, oh, it doesn't matter, everyone feels the same way, it's not really important if I vote, it's, not really going to affect things, or everyone's going to vote the same way anyway, and that's really not the case. Living here in a small state, Brown students can have a huge effect.
But just how many Brown students are actually trying to make an effect in Rhode Island or their home states? I headed to Brown's main green in between classes to catch some students and ask about their voting histories.
My name is Julia Basile. I'm a sophomore.
Cool. And are you registered to vote?
I really want to be. I got the long email about it, and I have yet to do everything that I need to.
Okay. And do you think you want to register in Rhode Island or at home?
I am from Rhode Island, so I definitely want to register here.
I'm Ipsita Krishnan, and I'm 20.
Okay, are you registered to vote?
No.
How come?
Because I'm an Indian citizen,
okay.
And I'm a permanent resident here. But being a resident here makes me not be able to vote in India or here, which is kind of sad. But
yeah. Would you register here or in India if you...
Well, if I had a choice, I know the Indian political system better than I know anything much about here, so I'm still learning, so...
I don't know. Tell me I'm not registered to vote. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't sound like a jerk that way. I should be registered to vote. I don't want to do it.
While it's too late to register for the primary tomorrow, Rafaela was able to give me some more information on the nonpartisan registering the Brown Democrats can assist students with on campus.
In order to register to vote, you can't do it online, you have to mail it in, and we will be holding a lot of tabling, dorm storms, just to get people the forms. It's like half a page, really easy. They just come to us, grab a form, return it, we'll mail it in for them.
And when do you have to register by?
You have to register by, I believe, October 2nd to vote in the general election here in Rhode Island, and then it differs by state, but it's usually maybe 2 weeks before the general election.
But what should a student who is unsure about registering in Rhode Island or their home state do?
Register here. Just for, it's easy, you don't have to apply for an absentee ballot, which you have to do every year. A lot of people don't know that. They think, oh, I'll apply once for an absentee, I can get it every year. Some states do that, but most states don't. So I generally tell people to register in Rhode Island unless they feel a huge tie to voting in their home state.
Still, of the handful of students I caught on the main green who were registered elsewhere, their reasons varied.
Hi, I'm Priya. I'm a junior.
And are you registered to vote?
Yes, I am.
Are you registered here or in your home state?
In my home state.
What's your home state?
Virginia.
Why are you registered there and not here?
I'm not really sure why. I think at the time I registered, I wasn't, when I registered I hadn't been living, I think it was something I hadn't been living here long enough to be able to, so I didn't, register here.
I'm Haley Rando and I'm 21.
Cool. And are you registered to vote?
Yes.
Are you registered in Rhode Island or
No.
where are you registered?
Massachusetts.
How come there and not here?
I have permanent residence here, whereas I know you have to play lots of tricks to be able to vote here. And also I said I would change it if the gay marriage ever went on the ballot, and it hasn't yet.
Tim Kurtz, I'm 21.
And are you registered to vote?
Yes.
Cool. Where are you registered?
I'm registered in New Jersey.
How come there and not here?
I registered there because I feel like that's the place where I really live, and also the elections tend to be a little closer there, so I feel like my vote has a little bit more weight.
I'm Sarah Lewin.
Cool. And what year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Cool. And are you registered to vote?
I am.
Where are you registered?
In Maryland.
Why Maryland and not here?
That's just where I ended up registering, and I assumed I could do an absentee one or something.
I'm Matt Wellenbach, second year grad student, classics. I'm registered to vote in Pennsylvania because I grew up in Pennsylvania, went to school in Massachusetts, only been in Rhode Island for about a year, so just have not switched from home.
Brittany Fidalgo, in class of 2013.
And are you registered to vote?
Yes, I am. In Florida.
How come?
because when I went to do something with my license, they were like, "Do you want to register now?" And I said, "Yeah, sure."
While a major recurring misperception with students I spoke with was that living in Rhode Island year-round was required in order to register here, Rafaela assured me it was not. You can still spend your summer vacation living at home and be eligible to vote in Rhode Island. She also emphasized that even for students who voted absentee on the last ballot, you must register as an absentee voter again for every new election. Nevertheless, for those who have registered in Rhode Island, Rafaela shared her thoughts on one race especially important to students.
I think the Providence mayoral election is always really important just because local politics do really affect Brown as a community, as a college. Some people live off campus, so things like trash collection, that sort of thing do affect them. So I think students should really take a careful look at the Providence mayoral primary. And also I would say, Rhode Island is a really small state, and that's actually a benefit for students because you can get really involved in local politics easily.
In the end, even for those who find themselves uninterested in politics or government, voting can be an important choice.
Who's ever elected will have an impact on you, whether you're involved in politics, whether you're not involved in politics, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. They'll make choices that will affect your everyday life.
With that, we remind you to visit the Secretary of State's website for your state of choice and register by October 2nd to vote in this November 2nd general election. This has been Marley Pierce, reporting for Off the Beat with Brown Student and Community Radio.